Hello everybody, this is Havoc and welcome back to our first Humankind campaign with a Waterworld focus featuring as closely as possible a Kevin Costner-esque type person. He actually doesn't look quite as Kevin Costner-esque there as he did even in previous times, so we'll have to deal with it. But anyways, we are on episode 2. In the first episode, we established our territory of Byblos, and then we had to immediately go to war with Babylon, and I do believe they are the Babylonians, technically. They have already leveled up into the classical era. Now, we also have that capabilities, but we're not going to do that yet. And then I also realized as I was kind of looking through things, I didn't do a terribly good job of doing the kind of beginner-friendly-esque sort of deal. So I apologize for that. I'll try and go a little bit slower, but maybe explain a little bit more of the reasons why I'm doing what I'm doing, or my actions, or things of that nature. So I do apologize if you were looking forward to a more kind of in-depth sort of look into this and are not getting it. I'll do my best from here on out. And today we're going to keep exploring. There is another empire. We will probably go to war with the Assyrians in just a few turns. So be on the lookout for that. But before we begin, as always, if at any point in this video you are enjoying the series, be sure to give it a thumbs up, sub to the channel, and turn on those bell notifications, because the series will go to its end until we succeed. And then, of course, if you haven't bought Humankind yet and you're watching this gameplay and you like what you see, you can totally support the channel by purchasing Humankind on my Nexus game store. Back into the mix of things, we can level up, but I don't want to do that yet, because even though we are drastically behind, in fact, we are one of the last 2 civilizations to pick a culture, I really want to focus on my ability to build my emblematic units, or emblematic buildings rather, because I do think it is pretty important to focus on that. And even still, we could add another region or another emblematic building if we wanted to. But I don't know that we'll be able to. I honestly don't, because they're just moving too fast. I mean, that's just plain and simple. We are playing on Empire, so it's not surprising that everything is moving so quickly. Build an extractor for 55. Yeah, we'll do that. Bump us up just a little bit. Yeah, now we got 4% gold. So I might wait just a few more turns to see if we can hold out. We do have a good selection of empire still, so I think we'll be okay. But as far as this all goes, I do believe, see, they're in the classical era, they are in the classical era, and then the Assyrians are the last ones who are not. And we do have the justification for war, where they were trespassing. So we're making them pay $100. I'm going to focus on this. Make them pay 200.
But I would like to be civil about it.
Cancerous world.
Yeah, she's not very happy. So what we are going to do, let's see, do I have, these are just scouts. Let's get these guys up here. Now we have the ability to buy out their mercenary, or their armies, which is what we did here. This is technically a mercenary army. We have the same here with Nordichico. We may use that, like I said, to fuel and fund our war machine. I don't know that there's much else that I actually can do. Let's go into this, because we can go into their territories, no problems. We will go here and we will camp. And we can enter that new era. I'm not going to just yet. We're going to see what else we can't do to get some things built over here. Quickly, because yeah, I really want to take advantage of that, because that does allow me to get, if I can creep correctly enough, for instance, if we can expand to here, we can really take advantage of the adjacency to, or get some, some market quarters running and going, which I think would be pretty darn important. Kujam is converted to a new religion. We have the world deedlocked. And our religion is starting to really push. Our culture is still in a little bit of disarray. And you can see it's because we are a little bit strained, I do believe, in Babylon, but it should be okay. It's getting up there. but we really could use some help. In a couple of turns, I'm going to build a garrison. I'll buy it out, build a garrison, because a garrison also will allow me to place it just about anywhere on the map. And on top of that, it acts as a unit spawn. So one of the benefits of a garrison, for instance, is that even though Byblos is over here, if I were to build a garrison, I could build it all the way over here, which means I could spawn entire armies over here instead of having to wade through all of that. So it's very, very beneficial on top of adding stability. And there are some measures we can take to ensure that we have some stability. One of those being raise monuments, which is probably what we will do at that tier 2. All right. Not much else that we can do. We do have an event. We're bringing these armies up here. Nordichico, I should be able to buy you out. Why can I not buy you? Maybe because you are in their area? Oh, I'm actually not influencing them. Interesting. I thought I was. All right, no problem there. We do have an event. A game of prophecy with the Empire thriving. A new game hailing from a foreign land beguiles the population. But this event has a sting in the tail. The game is reckoned to be a form of divination as well as entertainment. So the prophecy became clear. You are fated to lose everything. So we can get silence. For 80 gold, it moves us over towards authority, which is not what we're wanting to do. We're wanting to keep that liberty mindset over there. If we overlooked, let the people gossip. It moves us towards liberty, just a smidgen. And we get Defiant on Byblos for 10 turns, which is only -5 stability. It's worth it to move us over towards Axis. If we heated it, we would move towards tradition, and it would actually reduce the science. So we are definitely going to do that. And you can see we're not even close. We're not even close. Oh, wow, all those have already been claimed. We're not going to be able to build wonders in this playthrough simply because they just get to it too quickly. Our population has gained in Babylon, which is always good news. Are you going to come within range, good sir? You are. Haha. The Maya demand that I pay them 400 bucks for attacking them.
You did have
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The real question is, do we have the reinforcements? I don't remember. We don't. So we need organized warfare to be more efficient. We're going to remove the wheel. We're going to do organized warfare and then get into the wheel. Because without reinforcements, we can only assault with one army. And to be quite frank, this is not enough to assault a city at this point from here on out. I do believe this is the defending army. Okay, no problem. We need to get down to Babylon. I still don't think we have enough to buy out. We don't have enough to buy out the garrison. All right. This is going to be a little bit of a slow pace because we have to still make the benefits of our havens, which we're not going to be able to get to these other havens, unfortunately. Big time, unfortunately, because I really, really wanted to, but it's not possible. And we also are going to hang around just for a little bit because, as you can see, we're close to several stars. And I would rather get those to kind of boost my Empire Era Star or Era Fame production than anything else. And we don't, again... We are much more powerful than them. Their war support is lower than us. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do it. Oh, wow, they're actually going to fight. Okay, cool. All right, so what we're going to do here is I'm going to place my archer. We will probably get wrecked. We won't use him. We'll have him defend, but these other guys are going to be able to do some work. It probably won't even be that big of a battle. Let's go right like that. We are going to go ahead and get surrounded. Sweet. +3 from friendly units. That's exactly what we wanted. to surround our ally, our one person attacking. Piece of cake battle. Okay, so that starts the battle off, or the war off, very, very well. What else we are going to do is, they actually probably can't. How much would it take? 4 turns to sack this. What about... Let's hold out here. They sent a white peace offer. Absolutely refuse. No, we are going to push this as hard as we can. But what we're also going to do is we are going to sack their obelisk of the gods. That is going to ensure that our population or our religion starts spreading even more effectively. Because as you saw right there, it is a very heavy deterrent in our spread of our religion. 2 turns, that's more like it. We're going to keep this guy here and hope for the best. I don't see any other troops, so I think we are okay. Another thing we might consider doing is coming down here and cutting down all of these forests that I'm relatively positive I'm not going to take over. Or we could simply dump these guys. Let's dump all 3 of these guys. And get a good head start on Byblos. There we go. I'm actually going to drop them all here for now. That 60 is going to really, really help. And again, we still can't buy out that unit, but that's okay. We have reached our first tenet, though, which is fantastic. We already have 5+ faith for every number of attached territory. But now we can do things like eschew gluttony. 5 money on a luxury resource deposit, and we get to build another holy site. Being one in harmony with nature gives us 2 stability on a river. We don't have a ton of rivers that we are really, truly exploiting. So I don't know that that's going to be the best way to go about it. Steel Knot, 1 influence on a mountain. We aren't influencing mountains right now. 25 experience on creating a unit on all cities. And -1 upkeep on a unit, which is good, but not super, super helpful. We have 10 war support increased when winning a battle, 10 war support when the opponent retreats from a battle. That's pretty good. That would ensure that we have our war score stays up. But to be completely honest with you, I haven't ever had an issue with this. So I don't think we're going to worry about it. We can seek wisdom, which is 5 science on a strategic deposit. They took industry on a forest and a woodland, but we can go 2 food on a coastal water or on a lake. Now, that would mean that all of these would turn to 3, which is an extra 15 food. And if we ever build things like the coffin, that's going to expand even more. So I feel like that's going to be probably the best tenet that we could push. So we will purge idleness. And another quick little tip that you can do is that when you select a tenet, you can actually change what type of monument you have in your religion. Now, this doesn't do anything aside from make pretty new places, new obelisk of the gods, basically. And so again, it doesn't change it to Hinduism. It doesn't change it to Taoism. It just ensures that you have some cooler looking things about it. So I'm tempted to go with Hinduism because I really do just love that stacking tower. So that's what we're gonna do. Awesome. And new tenet for Waterworldism. Culture is chosen. The Assyrians have reached the classical area as the Achaemenid Persians. And we have researched sailing, which gives me a bireme and gives me a fishmonger, +3 money on a harbor. We've also been awarded an aesthete star and a science star, which bumps us up to 6th place. Not too shabby. I don't know why we aren't sacking this. That is something I am curious about. But that's okay. One more turn before we can buy a garrison, a single garrison. We have now got an agrarian star, which is fantastic. And then 928, we can go here and attack, or kind of build up, not attack. They are attacking me with 4 units, all 4 warriors. We will have to retreat, unfortunately, which does bring down our war score.
We owe the pleasure.
So that does stink. I don't know that we could...
For your families.
I don't know that we could continue to sack that and still win. Mycenians, no, we're not going to do that, because I still would like to conquer you. This island's too small for the both of us. One more turn. Awesome, we've sacked it. We can move down here. So if they come and attack me... Okay, good. I was afraid that the army would get here. We can't retreat twice. So that's why I was a little bit afraid. We have 7 turns until we've researched organized warfare, by the way. So he's not going to take that. And as you can see now, their resolve is going to start dipping quite a bit. What do we got here? 77 to 68. Okay, we're fine. We're okay. 4 warriors is like, they got 20. They've got 20. I feel like we could still win if we're able to push them in the right direction. We do have a civic. The struggle for dominion. The capital is in the empire's true seat of power, but now other cities with energetic populaces rise to prominence. Okay. So if we push a small council, it gives us an increase in city cap and pushes us towards liberty, which is going to push our influence even more, which means we'll push our culture even more, as well as make a little bit more influence per emblematic district. Emblematic districts, again, are your unique faction ones. So I feel like that's totally worth it. Stability on the capital is great, but we are definitely going to go that.
Eventually yield to the onslaught of more brains.
So that is going to end up helping us in a great many ways. And you know what? We'll go ahead and hire these mercenaries. We have the ability to. That is going to be 2 chariots and a spearman, which is going to be a pretty boss army that I'm very excited to have in our military. Now, I do believe we can retreat
So, will
again.
these independent people be an ally or an enemy, a barrier or a blessing? Their future may not be in their hands.
Where is their army? That's the question. They may be right there where I can't see. Okay, that's Nordichico, which are these guys. I don't want to spend 100 influence just to start influencing them, so we won't. However, I do think 9 turns, 11 turns. Yeah, let's go ahead and level up. So we don't have very many to choose from, but we do have still a decent bit. Keeping in mind, we want to focus on sea, trade, travel, all of those things. We have the Axumites, which produce money on a tile producing money, which is great. The Great Obelisk gives money per territories under the religion's influence, which can be very influential later on in the game. 3 money, 3 faith, 3 money per adjacent market quarter, 1 trader slot on a city, and it counts as a market quarter. This is a fantastic money building culture. The Carthaginians have minus 25% on all constructible buyouts. I have to go with the Carthaginians every time because their Cothan acts as a farmer's quarter, a market quarter, and a maker's quarter, on top of taking advantage of sea tiles and giving industry per adjacent coastal water and lake. Like, there's just no way that that's not the best way to go. As awesome as these other places are, like, this is great. Praetorian Guards are fantastic units. They are fantastic units. But I think for travel and all of that, do we have access to 2 copper? I don't think we do at the moment. There's got to be another copper on here, so we could risk it by taking advantage. We have to. The Cothan's just too good. It's just too good. It's just too good. And the War Elephant is a fantastic unit as well. So we're going to wait for the game to catch up to us.
As urban centers grow, both ideas and sewage are generated at a record pace. Arts and sciences flourish as military tactics and mathematical equations become as coveted as physical goods. Empires struggle to control these intangibles, however, as some might trouble their stability. Speaking of dealing in intangibles, am I about to see lots of offers that can't be refused?
It is quite possible. So we can see the cultures changing. We are switching to a more Carthaginian layout. And yeah, now we're in 5th place, which isn't too shabby at all. I'm not concerned. I really, really am not. Let's move our mercenaries out and about. And then, oh my word, they have even more troops with extra reinforcements. We'll go ahead and fight this battle. It will be a losing one, so maybe we can take out some troops or do something a little nifty. They have so many troops, oh my word. They have so many troops. Well done. Well done. That's a lot of pain. That's a lot of pain as well. Well, I only have very limited options in what I can do here, which is rather unfortunate. We'll just suicide ourselves there. Okay. So they have researched the reinforcements.
Neither of us gains from continued hostilities.
No, we're gonna refuse.
I'm angry, and this does little to appease me.
Okay, we will actually push back. This may come down to the wire in terms of a good solution. We have 5 turns until we get that warfare. And we're gonna lose quite a bit in that time, but that's okay.
Farmers' quarters. This one city must have more farmers than most empires.
Build a lot of farmers' quarters.
Come over here.
We're gonna move back.
Over this way.
Okay. We are going to skip the turn because there's not much else to do. The Empire, we need to do something on Babylon. We will do something on Babylon. We need to build some units. So we can build spearmen, which are good, but they do have a lot of archers. They don't have very many of anything else. So instead, let's build warriors and 2 archers. That'll kind of cull the population a little bit on top of that, which isn't necessary right now, but I think it would be beneficial.
Off we go.
And then we'll see if they actually attack me. They won't, that's fine. We do need to move up, though. Let's see if we can buy something over here. We cannot. That is a bit of a bummer. Now, you'll see here, this is why I love the Cothan. Again, it acts as a farmer's, a market, and a maker's quarter. So just here, we are able to make 24 food, 9 industry, and 2 money, and 4 influence. However, we will make 18 extra food from exploitations and 15 from synergies on a district. Goodness gracious, this is the way to go. And you can see here, even more. Now we could do this for a little bit of extra industry. I'm going for food when I'm building these, so that's why we're gonna work on that. We may not need these makers' quarters either, but we'll have to see. Let's skip the turn there. Let's skip the turn there. Oh no, we messed up. We did mess up. I did not ensure that I clicked right here to make that. That's okay. Okay, what do we have? Okay, we have 4 warriors. Let's go ahead and do the manual battle. We are going to move... We'll actually sit right there. I'm okay with that. Because we will have the high ground, or not the high ground, but we will have a balance. They get a little bit of a buff from being defensive. Let's go... There's no way to get above to that high ground.
Let's get him!
We get a buff from friendly units and the bonus from the district. Could he get up there? I think he could. Awesome, fantastic, that's great. And then we'll end the round so he gets that defensive buff. It's gonna make it very hard for him to, for them to be effective against me. They're gonna try their hardest though, that's for sure. Fantastic, we'll be able to do this.
All together.
Full confidence. Full confidence. We are going to end the round again, giving us a defensive bonus. That defensive bonus is what's saving us right now. It's only +1, but it is still crucially important.
No mercy.
There we go. We were just able to knock out 4 units. And we'll be able to move here
We'll wait here.
and post up. We're gonna skip a turn here as well. And then I need to move my guy all the way up here. The last of their line, a troubling truth has emerged regarding the great stable megalopolis of Babylon. Many servants from the city's palace have been castrated at the command of the local ruler. These eunuchs are believed to be more loyal, said to play a number of roles from courtier to singer to guard. What's our view on it? If we accept it, we move towards individualism, which individualism is going to be a boost to money. If we go with punish, we move towards authority and we get forced labor at the expense of stability, which I still think would be okay. Or we can adopt, we can move down towards the line towards tradition and lose industry. For an increased stability wouldn't be bad, but it's not a permanent one. Let's go with forced labor. It's gonna allow us to build those units faster and move along just a little bit quicker. Roger Dodger, that works for me, man. All right, we are still trying to keep pace. We do need to move rather quickly to start taking this stuff because I'm a little afraid we're not gonna make it in time. You need to move this way. I do think we'll be okay. I'm just a wee bit concerned. Then the walking wounded during the recent brutal battle. Many soldiers sustained horrific life-changing injuries before returning. Now they're basically being looked at funny. They are suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, amongst other things. Your lead will be vital. How do you welcome them? If we glorify, we move them towards tradition, which gives us 10 stability again on Byblos. If we exploit, it moves us towards homeland, which is already a direction we're going. And it gives us patriotic, minus 20% on land and naval unit costs. That's going to be pretty helpful. So helpful, in fact, that I think I will go ahead and pump up a bireme here. Maybe 2. No, instead we'll build... There we go. We need to have a strong, stable army, so I think we'll sacrifice some people in order to get that done. Organized warfare, fantastic. We have that ability now. Which means we can start sieging if we so desire, and you know what? We so desire. We so desire indeed. All right, we'll skip this, let them come to me. There is our full units. And before I mess this up, we actually, oh, we don't have a, and I'm not gonna be able to buy out. That's not a problem, that's okay. We go here, ooh, here we go. They attacked me first, awesome. Now one thing to remember is that chariots get a bonus when they don't hit an adjacent unit. That needs to be kept in mind because it means that we will essentially be able to charge them in and do a heckin' lot more damage. I knew that would happen. Probably should not have put them on the front line. I did forget that they don't suffer from the line of sight issue. All right, unfortunately, they're gonna push that, which is, oh, I guess that's okay, yeah. Because we'll be able to push on them a little harder. We can hit them still. And we can still bring in spearmen. Now, we need to mess them up. We use all of our archers to do so. And then we're gonna move our own warriors in, take them out. Can you get round and about? You can. Fantastic. That's exactly what we need. And then can I bring this guy? Perfect. Gonna bring him as well. This warrior should be rather buffed. Look at that. 5 from friendly units. We have 5 units surrounding him. He gets +4 from a rear attack, and he gets +1 because he is a veteran. That's almost unfair. But not so unfair is not for me to exploit it. And it's not really even an exploitation if you think about it. There we go. I don't mind sacrificing these guys because again, they're not part of my actual army. We can come in and around behind, kill those scouts. Let's move. I can hit that dude. Fantastic. I can hit him again. And I would imagine I can move over and hit him thrice times, which should kill him.
No mercy.
Awesome. Okay, so we won that battle. We got ourselves a militarist star, but the thing is, we also we haven't even gotten to the point of an actual siege yet. A sewer is all the way over there, so we're already working our way up the food chain here, which is good. I'm actually very happy for it. We do have units. Fantastic. We should probably just let it explore naturally. And so we do have an island, or a set of islands overall. Not too shabby. Yes, finally our culture's starting to push back, which is exactly what we need. All right, we're gonna let them kind of move to see where we're at. Yeah, we're gonna need to take a city. I mean, that's just what we're gonna need to do. And I honestly think we'll be able to do it successfully. We just have to get there. We actually do kind of have to get there quick, too. Is that another army I could hire? No, it is not. Although, yeah, we're at that point. I guess they won't attack me. I need to get to Cordial before I can hire them, right? Yeah, that's what it is. No worries, no worries. Ooh, we could hire these guys, though. Fantastic. And do we have a Casus Belli to go to war with these? We don't. I'm gonna Casus Belli for these guys. No worries. We're gonna let the independent people move. Why can't I move to this last tile? Because that is their place. Cool beans. Let's move this way. I'm gonna move right like that. We do have more units to kind of come in and push up, which is great. We're gonna skip a turn. We're not going to do that. We'll just skip that turn as well. And we are going to put this guy on auto explore just to kind of see what he can do. This is a fantastic place for some industry and some good food production. That is for sure. Let's not worry about those guys. Buy that extra warrior. Move those 2 warriors up. We don't really need them yet. And then we have the wages of war. The ongoing war is a draining experience. Question of funding is going to be addressed. Now this is one that we always go with paid wages on, because 20 stability on a city that you occupy, but also 5 stability on a garrison. That means the garrisons that we're building right now, they're actually gonna get an extra 5, which boosts them to 10 stability per. And then once we get our second tenant, which is what we're working on here, we're actually gonna be able to boost that by 5 more, which means by the time we get done with hopefully this entire thing, we'll be able to border on 25 to 30 stability per garrison, which is pretty maddening. This is great, but I don't ransack often enough to take advantage of it. So we're going to do that.
Reliable soldiers. They had best provide.
It also moves us towards, I do believe, towards liberty. Oh, it moved us in the middle, in between homeland and world. Cool. I'm okay with that. In the turn, we're actually going to besiege with these units because they are stronger. This is saying we could build 1 in 1 turn. Let's do it. Oh no, oh wait, oh they don't have very many. Okay, no, we'll definitely assault. I'm sorry, I misread that. Oh, they only have 1 unit in there. I'm not entirely sure why, and I'm not gonna ask questions. We're just gonna roll with it. Now, of course, this unit is pretty darn buffed, because we are fighting against a guy that's inside, but I think we'll have enough of a bonus to not have to worry about it. And I actually forgot to bring my reinforcements in, which shouldn't be a big deal. It's only 1 unit. There we go. Fantastic, that's it.
This independent people possess sophisticated customs, rights, language, and beliefs.
But do they?
I do hope you're going to treat them well.
But will we? They're under the influence of the Mycenaeans, because they will probably get that before us. However, I do believe that was their only place, so...
Oh, how can I be of service?
Yeah, they may actually capitulate. If things work as I believe they work, they should capitulate in the next turn because they have nowhere else to go. Nothing else to do as well. A weave of iron and blood. In recognition of your elevated status on the world stage, a great artist has been accompanying you and your retinue as you travel the empire and beyond. He made a large grand tapestry that spans the length of the palace. It's embroidered scenes depicting great glories, marvelous cities, and the people's adulation of your rule. If we get hang, we can hang it up. It moves us slightly towards the authority axis, but we do get Babylon, or patriotic. That's not so important anymore. Not right now anyways. We could divide. Every army will carry a scene, moves us a little bit towards homeland. And we get ferocious on 18 targets, which is 1 combat string, which is good. Over 10 turns, that's really great. Or we could sell it and get 150 gold. I'm going to divide. I think that'd be very, very helpful. And then we need to get the mercenary army to move up to... Yeah, let's move up here. I think we'll take this independent people group, slaughter them, and then incorporate that into the territory. Okay, I think we can end the turn and they will capitulate. Mutinous in a sewer. We are close to the war victory. Yes. All right. Yep, there we go. All right, so we are going to demand that they give Assur, Samaya, and Altreska. That's all that they have. That is all 3. So we will take over everything. We have 1 war score left. So they're going to pay us 210. We're going to force that surrender.
To accept, didn't you? This feels good.
And there we go. We have our third city. That doesn't necessarily mean that's what I want to do. And in fact, we might detach a bunch of these territories and try and make a rather large conglomerate. I don't want a whole bunch of cities. We also have to wait a handful of turns before our stability gets put back up in place. So we'll just hang out in here. And then we'll start taking out people groups, independent people groups, because we really need this land to be consolidated. And we have plenty of armies to do that in. We're just going to auto-resolve that. Yeah, we're not giving Samaya.
I relinquish.
Good. The Achaemenid Persians. Maybe they do have something and I just don't know it. I can't imagine they do, though. Mycenaeans.
I'm listening.
Man, I could really use their lands as well. What's it take to detach? That's what I'd be interested in. Maybe we'll have to figure that out just a little bit. We could build... We actually don't have any luxury or strategic. We do have gemstones, okay. Whoa, wait a second. 4 money on a market quarter. That's a lot of money on a market quarter. We may have to try and push that. We're gonna go with those. Cool. Yeah, we may have to push that. All right, so it looks like the Achaemenid Persians have fallen. We have destroyed one of the several empires. We're bringing up to 2. I hope they try and push me. Bring it on, my friend. Yes, and we are starting to push back with that. HForHavoc. I don't think you're quite as important as Nock is, and honestly, we're a little bit closer to Nock. Why can I not get past my own area? Let's just move into the space. And then we'll get into a war against the Nock in the next turn. We are going to recover until healthy. Fantastic.
Debate and discussion are not the pastimes of the idle, but the actions of thinkers and movers who will touch every aspect of civilization.
Yep, I agree. All right, so we have unlocked a market quarter, a food market, which is what we need, both of those, and then also a House of Scribes, which gives us 1 science per researcher and 2 researcher slots, which is, I'll admit, pretty darn good. We're gonna move up, and we're gonna take on these guys. This should actually be a really interesting battle. Take those guys out a little bit. We may come back here and heal up. We have the ability to do that. So again, I want to detach. Let's go with a sewer. So we're not able to do that. Okay, that's a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. I can't really help much of it.
Let's go.
Come back over here. You'll be fine. Heal up until you're ready to rumble in the jungle. No, I do want to see what they have over here, though. So they do have their Promokoi. And there is another copper. We'll have to wait to go to war with you, my friend. But that's okay. And we're staying at the curve. It's getting there slowly but surely. And one more turn, we'll be able to actually start building things, which is always a positive. Let's move there. And then let's just siege this thing. We got lots of archers.
Got it.
Lots and lots and lots of archers.
Let's do this.
All right, and we have reinforcements on top of reinforcements. Where are all of their peeps? Right there. Right there. Right there. Right there. Reinforcements. Hit him right there. Nice. Move.
That won't work.
Why can't I move there? I think there's a cliff.
Come over here.
Let's move you.
Off we go.
All right. We'll end the round, see what they do. That's totally worth the sacrifice.
Off we go.
There we are. Maybe these guys, the archers, can kill them? Again, we're just kind of trying to overwhelm them, and we have that ability to do it and to do it well. Let's go. Let's move over there. Archers still can't move. And I don't have a space for it. That's okay. Come at me, bro. Very cool. So we're able to take the siege at Nuck, but I am not going to keep it. We are going to ruin it. The only game in town, word has come to you that the annual festival in Byblos has been added a few foot races. The single race could be expanded to a series of games where rival cities and fighting units send athletes to compete for the prestige. If we went strength, we would get ferocious on 18 units for 10 turns. Guys, I feel like in a Waterworld scenario, surprise wars are gonna happen all the time. +7 on 18 units for 10 turns is beyond bonkers. For a game this early in the game. Moves us towards homeland, which is what we're okay with. We got swift, that's okay, but learning, yeah, that'd be fantastic. We're gonna do strength. That now means that these guys are, holy crap, +26, +26. Oh my word. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna take over some people. We're gonna have us some surprise wars, I feel, because this is all they have left. I can't imagine that they have but these two regions. That makes me quite dangerous. Yeah, we might just have to do that. Betrayals all around. Let's see, let's use our reinforcements to sack the city. Can I really not go that way? That's rude. And it looks like there was... Oh no, that is part of my administrative center. Awesome. Let's go down here. Let's go... You know what? You guys just go ahead and sack it. Now we're going to sack it because we don't want that city. And there's currently no way to absorb the city. That doesn't happen until much later. So we sack it, and then we go in and we take it and make it a territory and then incorporate it. It's a little bit of a cheese, but it works very, very well. The descendants of kings, a filthy, wretched man's come to your empire claiming to be a descendant of one of the ancient rulers of Nak. Now we're gonna belittle him. Give us that 10 stability just for kicks and giggles. We'll take something else if it gets bad. No worries there. No worries there at all. Let's go ahead. I don't want to buy that out necessarily. There's so many other things we could buy out. Something food related. That's nice. Mutinous in a sewer, we'll get there. Population gain. Ransack has been successful. Okay, so then we're gonna turn right around and we're going to establish that outpost. Perfect. Head down south for our wonderful surprise war.
A new independent people. And who are they? Time will tell if they are.
You have my ear. For a time.
Yeah, let's wait until we're fully ready to rumble. And then we need something to do here. Oh, we're going down towards 6. Oh no. Oh, we can't attach it automatically. Oh, heck yes. There we go. All right, so that is going to be a wee bit of a problem. We're going to move here. I'm going to boost. Yeah, we'll go right there. Awesome. That might help us a little bit. We're a little iffy at the moment, but that's okay. We're gonna end the turn. I'm gonna take this war on, and then it'll be a short war. Don't worry.
You have.
Yeah, it'll be a short war indeed. Let's move.
No doubt this independent people possess sophisticated customs, rights, language, and beliefs. I do hope you're going to treat them well.
Surprise war.
Too late. There will be no discussions, no arguments, only war.
That's right. I'm okay with being a traitor. Its owner gains some war support when destroying an enemy district based on the level of the badge. So we are doing an unjust war, essentially, is what they're telling me. And as such, we're going to have to potentially figure out some ways to make this quicker, which is what we will be doing. Status celebrating from B has been removed from Bevelos. That's okay. Hiring contract is ending. That's also okay. And then you can also see that we are getting attacked by 3 units of these noble javelin, which is okay. I'm okay with it because I know we can still do some damage.
All right.
Let's go.
Actually move there as well. All right, so they're going to attack me first. That hurts. Well done. That also hurts. That hurts as well. But these noble javelineers, I do still have the high ground. Let's go right there. Oh no, I can't move them. You, move this way. Reinforcements. Move, and then we'll get those reinforcements in on top of it. And I can't attack there. That's fine. Let's end the round because we will get defensive buffs since we didn't attack. They'll still get a lot of stuff because they have a really, really defendable position. Can I move all the way up? Oh, but I can't get to walls. That's a problem.
Come over here.
Let's move up in a boot. There we go, maybe. Nice. Oh, but I can't move in there. That's a bummer. We can still hit because we are still more powerful than those javelineers. If just barely. That did hurt us a little bit more. What are they going to do, though, is the question. Okay, they're going to move and attack. But I'm not nearly as vulnerable as they are.
All together. Go! I'm on it.
Yeah, we still get some really good buffs here. A little bit of a warmonger,
Off we go.
and I like it.
That won't work. That won't work.
There we go. We're gonna have to wait till our next turn. That is okay. I have no problems with that. The Descendants of Kings. You still remember the filthy, stinking man. You remember his blazing eyes, too, as they ridiculed him. The whole court laughing. Now, whether it was by his hand or not, war has come to the Empire. We get defiant on big. That's fine. We're fine. We're okay. Not a big deal. Now this is a big deal.
It seems that someone took the phrase, building your future, a bit too literally.
And we may have to build us kind of a network here of fortifications. Back to this battle. Oh no, we can't do it. Never mind. Let's camp here for a spell. We're gonna camp here for a spell. And the hopes, oh goodness, man, we're really hemorrhaging, aren't we? We need some science things to do. Let's go with irrigation and masonry because that will be very helpful. And then we're gonna try and get into mounted warfare. Now I know we need another copper. We'll get one here very, very soon when going to war against the Mycenaeans. So I'm not too terribly
No mercy.
upset at it.
Charge.
Awesome. The day is ours. And again, I think that's going to be their only thing they have. Nope. Oh, that wasn't even a siege.
Over this way.
Interesting. Let's end the turn. Okay, so the contract ended. That's all right. And then we're up against citizens, which is still really, really good. 2 turns. Let's keep the siege going. I'm okay with that. What have we got for religious spread? Looks like they are pushing a little bit that way. It does appear that Waterworldism will conquer all. And then yes, our culture's doing, it's just doing fantastic. I'm not gonna lie. We are still going to besiege. These guys got attacked. Let's retreat.
Even if it's not yours, any human-built wonder is an impressive...
Man, we're still not doing too great. I think if we attack here, we get good. We get some good stuff. Masonry and stoneworks is going to be important for our industry. We unlocked a science star, and we're still a decent ways behind. I am being
First
plundered.
ransack. I wouldn't call it elegant, but it may teach them to keep their doors locked.
That's very rude. Okay, let's go ahead and assault. We will do a manual battle. I need my archers viable.
Follow me. Unleash
Attack the palisades.
all together. Only in the mind.
What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? Where's my other archer? There you are.
Strike first. Strike hard. Come on!
We are going to go defensive. Ooh, they're landing units. Well done. That means they have the ability to cross over, which means they've probably taken some things. We haven't even expanded that much, or we haven't expanded at all, really. Awesome. They took the advantage of trying to get out and take on these units, which is hunky-dory by me. Because it does mean that I get to get things like that. And we will lose a good deal of archers with this, and that is the unfortunate side effect. But we can at least get some high ground.
Forward! For your family. Off we go. That's not possible.
Is it even worth it there? Oh yeah, it is.
Let's go!
I did forget we had that combat strength bonus. Okay, so we will lose a couple of units. Yep. Yep, we will lose quite a few. Still alive. Still alive. I think we may still be able to eke this out. Nice. Where is their flag?
Off we go.
Let's keep moving. I think that's a viable tactic. There's their flag right there. There we go. Okay, let's see what happens now. Well, that wasn't a smart move. Well, we took it, didn't we? Oh, they have one warrior left. Roger that. We got another militarist star, which means soon we'll be able to get into the classical era. I am not going to push that classical era, guys. Not in any way, shape, or form. I will take advantage of all of my Cothans because we just got here and it's going to be incredibly beneficial for us to push our Cothans as much as possible. What are we doing over here? We're building more stuff. Fantastic. You know what? Let's buy out a unit or two, maybe a small army. We can do that totally. And buy out an entire army, and we are going to be able to start exploring that stuff, which is what we need to do quite desperately and immediately on top of that. Let's move there. Go ahead and attack. I can't do anything there. We did lose an archer. There we go. There we go. Pew pew. Nice. Awesome. Way to go. That's what I like to see. So the siege, the day is ours. We can purchase some of these guys. We should probably get in good with these guys just to see what's there. But we're gonna need to use that in order to take on these boyos. 18, 18, 17. Not so much. Not so much on the whole trying to take them on. How many turns? We got 3 turns left. We may be able to bring in some troops over here. No more. That's okay. However, they did just lose their capital. I think. Maybe not. We'll get it figured. Remove those guys there. We're going to just skip the turn. I don't possess the technology. Oh, that would help. All right, well, we won't worry about it. However, I do want to see if I can't even just say, hey, to these guys, but apparently I can't. We are moving. Oh, wow, we're still really in the negative. Let's take a look at this. Let's go. Let's see. 68, 52. That's 120, 140, 160. Okay, so once this builds, we will be in the positive. Roger, Dodger. No worries there. Let's go ahead and move. We'll at least be able to reinforce, hopefully. It'll be down to the wire. We may end up losing that resource, but we can't always just build it right back up. We lack the technology to do this. The sands of time, recently traveling across an antique desert land, hinterlands of your empire, you came across a curious sight. 2 vast and trunkless legs of stone, besides which lie a shattered visage. How best to find immortality? We can preach it. Moves us towards bountiful, or towards liberty, which gives us bountiful. We can write, moves us towards homeland, gives us patriotic, or venerate, gives us fanatical, and minus 50% on the religious district cost. We do still need to place one, so I'm actually going to deter to this one. Plus it gives us plus 50% faith on a district. I thought we could place another one. Do we already have another? We get one more holy site, but I'm not sure where that holy site is. Hopefully it's not bugged. All right, guys, but you know what? That will end the episode for today. So we are just going to, I think we're just going to warmonger on this seafaring type venture. We need to get to trade expeditions. And in fact, I'm going to focus on that alone because that will help me start moving our troops. And that's what we need. And then we can start conquering and we can start tearing some things down and really expanding, which is what the whole purpose of this is going to be. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If at any time you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, as well as subbing to the channel along with those notifications. We will return to this. This will be a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday playthrough for those of you who are watching it right from the start. And we will be back eventually. All right, guys, thank you for watching. This is Havoc, and I will see you in the next episode.